Okay, those are pretty weird flowers, and that's because they belong to a species of Euphorbia. And one of the things that sets Euphorbia apart is that it has fake flowers. This is the female organ, and this is the male organ, as you can see from the pollen there. And basically, scientists believe that each one of these is actually an ancient flower that has lost all of its flowery parts, and the other sex, in fact, and grouped up to make a new fake flower made out of non-real petals that have weird nectaries here, and these weird coverings here are called bracts, and this little line here is probably where the old flower was, and now the female's not here, but here's a female without a male, and they form a kind of compound pseudo-inflorescence. And I know this in great part because I have access to this amazing microscope. Now, sadly, even though I have this beautiful microscope, I only use it a few times a month, maybe at best, more like a few times a year. And it occurs to me that, I'd like to share this. And I know I'm not the only one who likes to share or who wants to share. I called my friend Keith a couple of weeks ago and asked if I could borrow his table saw, and the answer was yes, and then something else. Keith invited me to his Notion table on the internet, where he is starting to document, to list the cool equipment that he has that he would like to share with the world, and I was invited to this. But I didn't fill it out the moment I got it. In fact, I procrastinated until the day I was supposed to pick this up. By the way, it's an incredibly good table saw. I mean, really good. And so just a few hours before I got onto the thing and tried to document a rotary hammer I have here, but I did it. And then it occurred to me, there is a better way. Jeannie, where am I?
Waiting for your next instruction.
Very good. Okay, so if you're watching this, you're one of my close friends, or maybe a friend of a friend, but either way, you're going to see a demonstration of our FieldGenie technology and how I made the task of documenting all my tools deceptively easy. Okay, Genie, new entry.
Logging an entry.
Okay, we have here a power planer, a skill saw, a skill planer, SKIL. It's a Model 100 plane. It's type 3, and the serial number is 872693. It has a 3-inch blade in incredibly good condition. Very, very sharp. It's a beautiful machine from the 70s. Got it for $100, and it comes with the bevel guide and a few other extra parts. Let's take a picture of this. Come on. There we are. Bam. Okay, Genie, close entry.
Lock this entry.
After I documented a bunch of tools, I think it was like 13 tools, what I did was I went to my friend's Notion here and I did the merge CSV thingy, and I chose the file, which in this case was named entries.csv, and then I mapped the data over to what I have here. As you can see, the skill plane is here. Now I've already done this step, and here it is. Power tool, skill plane, corded, Moshe's place, available, bevel guide and extra parts, model number 100, here's the serial number. This is me doxing myself with my latitude, longitude, some care notes, and then maintenance information. It's in excellent condition right now. What I want to highlight here is that Keith started us off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 fields, 2 of which have to do with checkout. And using FieldGenie and Voice, I was able to document far more information, also faster, than Keith or anybody really can if they're trying to contribute to a project like this. You see, if you're going to share torque wrenches and bat detectors like this, then you absolutely need to document a lot of different details, which would be absolutely tedious if you were using forms or some sort of, table-based data entry like we have here. Now, we all have a lot of cool things lying around the home. We are very wealthy after all, really cool tools. This was my grandfather's harmonica. And I would like you to try it out if you'd like to try it out. I'd also like you to look at really cool flowers and cool insects with my microscope. I'd like you to find bats using my super high-end, super expensive bat detector. Or I'd like you to torque things to the right spec. And I would like to borrow your tools. So here's what I'm offering. Here's the deal. If you would like to participate in a fairly large-scale test or use implementation of FieldGenie Alpha, then I need you to ironically fill out a form at the bottom of this video, and I will invite you to this big test where you and a bunch of us, friends, and perhaps friends of friends, will document their tools, their gadgets, maybe even their books, and we will have this big table of all these resources that we have to share with one another. So the other thing we have to talk about is logistics. After we do this massive data gathering, we're going to have access to hundreds or perhaps thousands of different cool gadgets and tools, all here right near where we live. And so while we'll talk about details later, again, please fill out the form, we can handle the logistics of moving the things around in 3 basic ways. Arranging a meetup time, perfectly fine. We can use Uber to move things around. I do that all the time. And finally, we can use the USPS for tools that are of the right size. We can use the US mail service to move things around. It's actually quite cheap. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. I've enjoyed showing you a little bit of the power of FieldGenie, but most importantly, I'm looking forward to seeing if we can build a very large database of really cool tools that we can share with one another. And just to tempt you a little bit more, we also got trailers. We got it all here. All right, let me know what you think of a giant tool library and peer-to-peer tool sharing. Bye-bye.